Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the Accent Designer, and if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my favorite apps that I actually use every single day, regardless of the reason, regardless where I am. These are the apps I absolutely use every single day. So without any further ado, let's get into it. The first app I want to talk to you guys about is Yahoo Finance, and I know Yahoo isn't like the coolest kid in the hood or anything like that, but it's very beneficial and helpful because it's been around for a long time. So they provide a lot of interesting insights when it comes to investing and trading in the stock market. If you're interested to get into this landscape somehow, they provide, if you upgrade it to the premium membership, you can actually gain access to some exclusive reports and financial advice that will be sent to you every single day. Which helped me a lot. Eventually, no one will actually tell you what you should or shouldn't invest in, but it's up to you. You're the one to decide, but the reports and advice they share once you upgrade are very helpful. That's like how I use it, but prior to that, like prior to actually gaining access to all these reports, I was on a free membership, and it's very helpful because it gives you access to all these tabs you can see here on the screen. If you want to check some of the like previous performance of a certain company, you can go to the financial statements, you can go to the statistics and see some of the ratios that will definitely help you take better decisions when it comes to your financial strategy. Things like current ratio, things like cash flow statements, financial statements, like all these important stats that you will absolutely need to invest in the stock market. You can find it here, and it's for free, and it worked really great for me over the last year when I started learning more about investing. I'm not calling myself investor by no means. I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to find all the reliable venues that can help me take better decisions and not just lose my savings. The second app here is Wealthsimple. That's actually the app I use to place my investment orders. It's very simple and easy, and that's how they branded themselves from the very beginning. It's very simple, the user interface super easy to interact with, and of course their like biggest competitive edge is placing investment orders without having to pay any transaction money. So regardless of the number of trades or the amount you're planning to invest, you can do that for absolutely no money. But that's different than if you're buying in the US market, because Wealthsimple is based here in Canada. So if you're using it but buying US stocks, you'll have to pay for the exchange rate. But that's completely different than transaction fees. So it's absolutely helpful. In the beginning, honestly, I was a little hesitant using it because it gets a little wonky sometimes. Listings, like some interesting companies are being listed a little late, like later comparable to other apps or platforms. But that's completely okay because I'm not a trader, I'm not a day trader, so I don't really care about like pre-market or after hours prices or listings. I'm only buying in companies that I know. I only have, by the way, like if you guys are interested to know, I'm only buying in 4 companies. We can talk about it if you like, but for now, this is not the video or the place to get into this conversation right now. So I'm not in rush, not trying to stay up to date with every single listing every single day. This is not really what I'm looking for when it comes to the stock market. So if that's who you are, so Wealthsimple definitely isn't going to be the app for you. But if you're just someone like me who owns some cash on the side and wants to try and invest and learn about the stock market and looking for nothing but the long term, Wealthsimple is a very good start, I would say. The third app is Google Calendar. I know Google Calendar isn't the most organized calendar out there. I know there are also like tons of other apps, more organized, nice calendar apps out there in the App Store and the Play Store you can find anywhere. But to me, I honestly rely on Google Calendar a lot for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm not really into any fancy features when it comes to calendar. I just want a place where I can save my appointments, my classes, my design gigs, and just save them, and for this platform to send me organized notifications. That's number one priority, notifications, because I absolutely have a fish memory. So I need something to reminds me every like 30 minutes or an hour that I have an appointment or I have a call or whatsoever. And Google Calendar does a pretty good job there. And the second thing I use Google Calendar for is the fact that it has this cohesive ecosystem around it. So you're connecting it to Google Meet, you can connect it to Calendly if you're using Calendly to organize your appointments. It's being auto connected to your Gmail. So everything happening in this ecosystem just get, automatically fit into Google Calendar. So it's just super simple. So I use Google Calendar a lot, honestly, and that's for my personal gigs and my personal appointment. The third app I wanted to talk to you guys about is more for shopping app. It's an app called Sneakers. I do like to shop sneakers a lot. That's my bad habit. This app called Sneakers, you can find all the rare, like not rare, but limited, let's call it limited edition sneakers. Unfortunately, it works in certain countries. It doesn't work in Canada, but I'm using my friend's account. He lives in the US, so if I'm interested in buying anything, I just send it to his address and I collect it whenever I visit, or he can just send it to me on UPS or something. The app number 4 that I wanted to share with you guys today is Spotify. I use Spotify for music, and honestly, not even music, for podcasts. I do follow a couple podcasts on Spotify. The first one is Wireframe by Adobe XD. It's a very interesting podcast when it comes to design, UX, product design in general. They do talk a lot about design in general, but UX in particular. So you will find them talking about how UX changed the fitness industry, how UX changed healthcare, how UX can change radicalism or inequality. So it's a very interesting podcast, highly suggested. If you guys are into design or products and tech, Wireframe by Adobe XD is definitely suggested. The following app or the following podcast that I like to listen to on Spotify is called Snackables by Robin Hood. The best way I can describe it is it's a very digestible morning brief of business news. So instead of just going to Yahoo, you can definitely still go to whatever platform, news platform you're using to dive deeper into the news. But if you're just like driving or picking up your coffee or working and want to quickly get a an overview of what's going on in the market, Snackables is a very interesting podcast that you may need to check. The following app number 6 is Uber Eats. I do use Uber Eats a lot. A lot. Just like really, I think it's a very cool app. I know it's expensive, not the cheapest when it comes to delivery fees, but I really like this app. It gives me a lot of options, and I'm a little bit lazy, so it really fits my persona. So Uber Eats is definitely one of my favorite apps that I use on a daily basis. Well, not daily basis, but at least 3-4 times a week. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Uber Eats. I can't really talk more. Well, if you're into design, so UX design like myself, I guess you might be interested to know that Uber Eats launched not too long ago stories, and it's like primarily associated with merchants, restaurants that you order from. So they have this kind of story section in the notification center where they can just like launch whatever if they have a new promotion or campaign or something or offer. So it was a very neat feature in my opinion. The following and final app for today is Google Assistant. If you're iPhone fan like myself, by the way, I use iPhone, I don't use Android, but I use Google Assistant because of one feature. It saves all the voice commands and actions that I had done before, which is, in my opinion, great. Just such a great way to, well, it's great and scary at the same time because these actions are being saved under your voice, so you have no idea what's going on in the back and you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. But I like to to trust Google on this matter, so I'm not gonna scare myself a lot or you guys a lot about it. I think it's a very neat feature that you can, find all the voice commands, not all, but as many voice commands as you can imagine that you've done before, which was actually great. And the second thing I like about it is that it's open source. So if you're into designing or developing for voice commands, you can absolutely build your own actions and launch it using Google Assistant or Google Action Center. And yeah, that's pretty much about it for Google Assistant, and I guess about it for this video. So these are all the apps I absolutely use every single day, guys. No exceptions, no exaggeration or whatsoever. I 100% use them, and these are the reasons why I like them the most. So I really hope you found this video helpful in any way. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and see you next time.